Audio Jungle. Welcome viewers from Bugil and all around the world. This is Summit News. I'm Saraha and
Michael Nam.
here today live in Jerusalem with a special edition. First we will have Maylee giving us an interview with a political expert, Abella Petit.
Okay, so I'll start with one big question. How did all this chaos start?
The conflict first built up when Al-Hakim destroyed the church of Sepulchre. Apparently, the church had some significance to the Franks and killed most of their men that lived on the land. It caused them to attack northern Syria.
So how did you react to this attack?
This was hardly a problem for us back in the 11th century because we had conflicts of our own. In the second half of the 11th century, the Seljuk Turks and the Fatimid Empire fought in the Syria and Palestine area. The Fatimid Empire threatened to overthrow the Sunni Abbasid Caliphate in the Baghdad. The Seljuk Turks were recently converters to Muslim who sided with the Sunni Abbasid Caliphate and fought with the Fatimid Empire. Speaking of the Seljuk Turks, they relied on Turkish nomads for military support, but they were the only ones who were affected by those that were wearing the cross. However, in the late 11th century, a string of deaths occurred in the Seljuk, the Fatimid, and the Abbasid Empire, which left our Islamic world at one of their darkest times.
Thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you, May. Wasn't it fascinating?
Yes, it truly was.
Next up, we will have an interview with Saladin by Minjin Kim. Minjin?
Hello, great Saladin. It is an honor to have you here.
Grateful to be here too.
I heard that you recently took back Jerusalem.
Very true, we have a victory against the Franks.
What happened after the Franks attacked and took control of Jerusalem?
Before July the 1st, I had already defeated Tiberius, and that was easy as pie. Their leader was still inside the castle, and still the stupid commanders came back. They went over my trick, so I had to, with 20,000 men from Egypt, Arab, Bedouin, Kurds, and the Turks.
I assume a lot of blood and death in that war. What was the meaning of Jerusalem and why was it so important? Was it worth it to sacrifice so many people?
Of course, nothing kept as obvious. I still vividly remember when the Franks abruptly marched into Jerusalem, killed our people brutally, took our homes. Jerusalem is our sacred place of being the first Qibla. We have to take back our holy site revenge for our families.
So what happened to the Battle of Hattin?
It was I who was in the whole command, so I had to end it as soon as possible. We first had archers slow our enemy down, then as the weather was boiling hot, and there was no water source for our enemies, they got tired, we put a fire to make them burn to death. The fume of the fire also blinded our enemies, and finally we took our holy land back.
Thank you for coming here for our interview today. This was Minjin Kim in Summit News.
Thank you, great Saladin. What a great time it was. Next up, we will have an interview with our people about the war.
I don't like to say this in front of people, but it is a fact that I once traded with the Franks. But one thing is clear, even though they may have quality goods, we have nothing to learn from them. We already have a much more sophisticated society, and it should be them who must learn from us. It's different for the Jews. We have the same enemies, and thus we try to help each other and have maintained good relationships. To be truthful, I feel bad for them, as they risking their lives to protect what is not theirs.
No, we didn't care much at first. The Franks have been attacking us for decades. Nobody really cared about them. We were more concerned about the fact that the Turks had betrayed us. After all we did for them, they attacked us and our mighty kings. But after those ruthless men stormed into Jerusalem and killed our people, we were most alarmed when the Franks started to claim territory around Jerusalem, our holy city. I hate those Franks!
Coming up next, the Jerusalem Report.
This is the Jerusalem Report up live in Studio Jerusalem. Last September, they came an urgent report to our broadcast team. I bet everyone can guess this. The Conquer of Jerusalem by Great Saladin. Today, we will be focusing on the wind of changes that blew through the cursed city with our special guest. Let's welcome none other than Saladin's private advisor, Jihad himself, to the table. Hello. Hello. Take a seat. Hello, sir. It's an honor to have you in the studio like this. So, we'll get straight to the first question. What changes do you expect in Jerusalem?
I think this will be clear by now, but to make it clearer, after the conquest, the first thing King Saladin did was to give out an order to erase the cursed Frank character out of the city. I believe this will bring not only blessing, but also actual development.
So, can you tell us more about the details of the developments that the king is thinking of?
Sure. We created WAC, a system which will link capital to Jerusalem's institutions and maintain them. This will not only provide subsidies for the preservation of buildings after the war, but will also be used to transport our believers.
What a fantastic plan that is. Is there any last words for our watchers today?
I just want to say that we believe in our followers as much as they believe in us. Follow us and you will gain victory. Follow us and you will gain glory. Follow us and you will be blessed. Thank you.
Thank you for coming to our studio again. This was the Jerusalem Report with the hard issue, in and out. Okay, thank you, Michael.
That's all the breaking news here today live in Jerusalem. This is Summit Breaking News.